Welcome to Monster Stand-Up!
You ever think maybe Mother Nature doesn't have this whole thing figured out yet? Like maybe evolution's still in beta mode, you know? Draft version 0.16. We've got people still dying from the flu and walking into traffic while texting, but also somehow building rockets that land themselves? Like, it's chaos. It makes no evolutionary sense. It's as though Mother Nature just rage quit halfway through. Just gave up. Her and evolution just went out to lunch and never came back. But hopefully, in future, Mother Nature and evolution will figure out that every human should be born and remain completely sterile and have to earn the ability to become fertile to have children by contributing to the world somehow first. Right? That's proper evolution. Every individual contributes to the success of the species as a whole. We'd all be born sterile, right? Completely empty. Factory reset, you'd start out with an empty sac, empty ovaries, and a dream. You don't get to shoot swimmers out of your cannon until you've proved you're not a complete liability to society. You've got to earn your way to fertility. That's real evolution. You don't just let everybody in the gene pool. Listen, we've got it backwards, right? In our society, we've created these stupid rules. You need a license to do all of the things we actually evolved doing. All of the things that made us evolve to be human and now regulated. Except the most important one, having kids. You need a license to fish. You need a license to hunt. You need a permit to go camping in the bush. But any two morons with working parts in 5 minutes in the club toilets can pop out a kid. Just have one. Yeah, go nuts. Do it on a futon after 4 fireball shots. You're totally qualified. No test, no permit, no nothing. Just, oops, we forgot the condom. Guess we're parents now. The idea that anybody can just make a kid. That's how the world got this screwed up in the first place. You could be blind drunk in a parking lot screaming at a traffic cone and still be biologically qualified to be someone's parent. I mean, that's insane. Meanwhile, good people out here, folks with jobs, good values, a 20-inch TV and an air fryer, right? These good people can't have a baby without filling out paperwork, peeing in cups and sacrificing a goat under a full moon. Born sterile, earn fertile. That's what human evolution should be. You want to pass on your genes? Earn it. You don't just show up to the gene pool with your thongs and a Monster Energy drink thinking you're getting in. No. There should be a damn bouncer at the gate like, sorry bro, you're 45, you haven't worked your entire adult life, you still live with your mum, and you've contributed nothing to society but hot breath and TikTok comments. Yeah, sorry mate, you're not procreating today. Get out of here. Go plant a tree, help an old lady, figure out how to use a garbage bin, then we'll talk fertility. And here's where it gets more interesting, right? You hit 25, because let's be honest, before 25 your brain is basically a microwave pie, hot on the outside, still frozen in the middle. So when you reach 25, then we start the system. You're nice to a waitress? Boom, you get 1 egg or 1 sperm. Just one. Guard it with your life. You help someone move on a Saturday without bitching and moaning, that's 10 eggs or 10 sperm. You don't flip out in traffic, 50 eggs or 50 sperm. Yeah. You're earning your way to fertility. Fellas, you actually call your mum back? That's like 100 sperm and a bonus testicle. We reward effort. You volunteer at a local charity, plus 1,000. For each shift. Yeah, you're rolling now.
If you just realize you probably shouldn't be fertile yet, hit like and subscribe, and smash that notification bell. You might even get some fertility credits for it.
But if you really go above and beyond, like, I don't know, you fix the damn healthcare system, right? Pay nurses, teachers and firefighters and frontline workers properly. I mean, if you really go above and beyond, Build a hospital that doesn't look like a scene out of The Walking Dead that was filmed in a Soviet prison from the Cold War? Yeah. You politicians know one of those well-resourced dream hospitals you always promise just before election time that never seems to come true? I mean, if you make real structural change and benefit human society in evolutionary terms, then, my friend, you get the golden ticket. A pregnancy credit. Yeah. The pregnancy credit. You and your partner get to go home, and whenever you're ready, put on some Marvin Gaye, pour a glass of wine, you make sweet love, and boom, instant baby. Arrives like an Amazon Prime package. No 9 months, no stretch marks, just big boobs and an instant download. That's right, you earned it. Congratulations. Kids born healthy, full head of hair, speaks 3 languages by age 2. Now listen, if you start backsliding, if you start acting a fool, there's penalties. We're not just handing out kids to every moron with a pulse, that's the whole point. Fellas, you do one of those loud-ass burnouts and you beat up Falcon through a neighbourhood where kids are just trying to ride bikes and grandmas are watering their plants? Boom, minus 100 sperm per second. Yeah, that's right, you hear that screeching tyre sound? That's your chances of fatherhood going down the drain. You harass minimum wage workers because your latte had too much foam? 500 eggs or sperm gone. You flick a cigarette butt out your car window because you're a piece of crap that thinks the planet's your personal ashtray? Minus 10,000. Yeah, 10,000. You don't get to pollute the earth and pollute the gene pool. You get one of those ironic mullet haircuts. Or even worse, one of those greasy little rat's tails dangling off the back of your neck like it's a full start for a toss-up. You're banned. Gone. Sperm revoked. I don't care how funny you think it is, you don't look cool, alright? You look like you drink diesel and fight kangaroos for beer money. You want to bring a kid into this world? Start by looking like someone who knows how to use a toothbrush. Then, stop dressing like a background extra in a Kid Rock music video and maybe contribute something to the species. Till then, you're on the bench, mate. You and the flat earthers can sit there and argue over which way gravity works while the rest of us try to keep this circus from burning down. Born sterile, earn fertile. Now, for the real scumbags. You rob people, assault people, do ram raids because you think you're a tough guy, sell drugs to kids. You ain't back to sterile, no. You're going to sperm debt. Yeah. Now you need 2 forms of ID just to ejaculate. You've got to pay it back with a haircut and good deeds. Here's the thing, man. We vet people for every little thing in life. You want to drive a forklift? You need a certificate, 3 days of training, a reflective vest, and a hard hat, like you're going into combat. You want to adopt a dog? They send a guy to your house. He interviews your whole family, checks the fence, measures the yard, makes sure you're not secretly planning to eat it. But to raise a human being, to shape another life that's going to walk around there voting and driving and clogging up the planet for the next 80 years, nothing. You shouldn't get to have and raise kids just because you can. You should do it because you're a good person who wants to make the world a better place. Right? And because you're not the kind of person who thinks hot Cheetos and Red Bull is a balanced breakfast. Evolution's asleep at the wheel, man. We're way past survival of the fittest. Now it's just survival of whoever had Wi-Fi and Viagra. Society's upside down. If evolution had a customer support line, I'll be on it right now, just screaming to the phone like, yeah, hi, something's clearly broken. We've got folks out here who can barely spell homework, raising 3 kids in a pit bull named Zoloft. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. No, I'm not watching TV. I'm looking out my window, right? They just walked by with matching Crocs and a Bluetooth speaker blasting Nickelback. You're telling me these two are shaping the future of the species? Yeah, okay, well, then we're gonna need a system reboot. Maybe a firmware patch, a hotfix, anything. I swear, man. Honestly, at this point, I'd trust a golden retriever to raise a kid more than half the people I see at my local shopping centre. So, in summary, that was confusing for any of you mouth breathers out there. Here's the deal. You don't get access to the gene pool until you prove you can swim in the shallow end without drowning other innocent people. You got it? You earn your bits, you do something good for society, and you get fertility tokens. Until then, stick to masturbation and video games like a decent citizen.
You write comedy? Awesome. Get it out of your group chat and into the monster's mouth. Email's in the description.